Good day, everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you how to play Sorry Spin. This is a take on the game Sorry with a spinning mechanic, and this game came out in 2009. Now, the object of the game is you're going to be trying to get 4 of your colored pawns into your home space, which is going to be in here. Now, for movement, what you're going to be doing is each person is going to be drawing a card, and there's several different types of cards in here, and I'll just go over them. Now, you can immediately start moving in this particular version of Sorry. In other versions, you have to draw a particular card, but in this one, you can draw anything. Here's one that says move forward 5 or split 5 between 2 of your pawns, so you can move one pawn 3 and another pawn 2. They are also cards that will have you move your opponent a certain amount of spaces, so this one would have him move 6. There's some cards that will allow you to choose between moving forward or moving backwards. You also have a card that says spin the board a 4th clockwise, and if you get this card, you're just simply going to go ahead and spin the board like so until you have the color sections get aligned with each other like so. Now when you spin this thing, the pieces on the board are going to shift over as well, so if you have a pawn over here and you end up shifting it forward, your pawn is going to be somewhere over here, and likewise if you have something over here, it'll go over here. So your pawns are either going to be getting closer to your home space or further away from your home space. Of course, you have the famous Sorry card. If you draw this, you will just simply take a pawn from your start space and switch it with another pawn on the board. So an example would be if there is a pawn on the board here and you drew this card for green, green can go ahead and do this and then put this pawn back into that opponent's start space like so. And also, if you draw a card like this, you're only going to be able to switch with 2 pawns that are on the main track. You're not going to be able to switch with somebody that is on a home space or their start space. Now, these spaces right here are what are called the spin spaces. If you end up landing on a spin space that matches the color pawn you have, nothing happens. But if it turns out to be one that is not of your color, say green landed on here, you would go ahead and spin this a quarter of the way, like so, where the colors once again are getting aligned. If you happen to draw a card and you end up landing on somebody by exact count, say I drew a 3, and I was yellow, I go 1, 2, 3, and this would knock that pawn back to their start space as well. Now, I'm not going to be able to land a pawn on myself. Now, in order to get into here, you just simply have to go in, and doesn't need to be by exact count, and you don't have to have the matching colors here either. So let's say blue drew a 4, he could go 1, 2, 3, 4 like so. And in order to get into this area where he needs to go to win with his 4 pawns, he's safe right here. He's not going to be able to get touched by anybody. He would just simply have to get something by exact count, so he would need a 4. So if he ended up getting another 4, he could just simply go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if he ended up getting a split or something like that, he could split the pawns up to where he could get in there. And just to show you the spin again, here you go. Let's just say I ended up having to spin this thing like so. And now you'll see the positions of the pawns have changed. Now you'll see green is like right up into his area, so that's really good for him, and yellow has moved closer too, and red has as well. Of course, sometimes the spins will move you past your colors. The game is going to keep going until one person gets all 4 of their pawns into their home zone, and that, folks, is Sorry Spin.